Mr. Garba Shehu, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity. Let's get back to the conversation now. Mr. Omatseye, from your years of covering Nigerian election and politics, what do you see that could happen, especially when you hear the issues of third force? Should the ruling party be weary of the sound of a third force?
You know, the idea of third force is very amusing to me. You know, it first of all came under the aegis of Olisa Agbakoba. Then we had the president write his own letter on third force. And now we have the SDP, which was a party that was dead and was now awoken from the grave, also saying third force. This is a metaphor for a divided and ruinous party looking at an otherwise comatose opponent. That's what we have. We have the APC government as it is, not popular, struggling, limping, but it seems destined to destroy its enemies because its enemies cannot find one foot on the ground. That is what is going on. The PDP, as it stands, is busy with chieftains who are planning what they can get for themselves in the party rather than what the party can get for itself. The Agbakopas, which is the idealist angle of the third force, the Obasanjo one is the geriatric part of the third force, and then you can say that the SDP side is the necromantic part of the third force. So we have idealism blending with geriatric and then conversing with the dead. What will come out of it? So the enemy is there for the taking. They are not ready to.
So there's no real competition. Is that what you're saying?
As of today, there's not. What they are trying to do is that they have a romantic dream for the kind of coalition that rooted out Jonathan. But it took a greater period of time, a more methodic planning, and a sense of purpose that we are not even beginning to see. Because as we stand now, the Agbakoba third force cannot reconcile with the Obasanjo third force, because there's no even ground for conciliation. So you can see that they're all bearing the same father's name,
get the ticket
and they're all fighting.
Of the APC? Should he get the ticket of the APC? You think that the opposition is in trouble at the race in 2019?
They're in trouble because one of the givens is that Buhari is going to, in spite of his diminishing credibility in the north, is still going to sweep the north. That is having something on the plate before you start the battle. Okay.
Let's get Mr. Ononuju quickly now. It does look like your party will have a tough job to do to convince Nigerians in the race in 2019. What is left for your party to do now, Mr. Ononuju?
Thank you for that question. My party had problem after we lost the election, and then after we came back from the court judgment. But the most telling problem has been our problem coming out of the convention. And that was where this crisis came. So those who are not happy said no, they will not accept the outcome of the convention. Instead, they will go form a separate grouping, which you are now referring to as a third force. But if we must, for the sake of the nation, the Nigerian project, get the incompetent Buhari's government out of the way, we must all pull our efforts and energies together. We need a national consensus and agree to respect members of that coalition that will form that consensus for us to be able to continue our job, which we've done for 16 years, and which was very, very good, in which we restructured the economy through privatization. So we want all these disgruntled and aggrieved people to please come back and work with us so that let us pull our energies together for us to get rid of President Buhari.
Dr. Ononuju, many thanks for your thoughts also. And Mr. Sam Omatseye, always a pleasure having you on the program. Thank you so much for your thoughts. And that's our show for today. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Akimale. Bye-bye.